Okay, time for another craft tutorial. We're making dragon eggs. So the first thing you need to do when you get your dragon egg kit from the library is unwrap your egg, because obviously you can't decorate it if it's in a plastic bag. Now at this point you can either take a paper towel tube or a toilet paper tube and stick it in there to hold it still, or you can be lazy like me and just hold it with your fingers. It's a little easier if you're afraid of hot glue to have it held in the paper towel tube, but we have a low heat hot glue gun here, because that's step 2. Heat up your glue gun and pick off the little things that stick to it. So you can either do a pattern with hot glue on this, or you can do dots. You can do anything that you feel like. I'm just going to do some swirls. What you want to do is put some texture on your egg. It can be any kind of texture. It can be big fat dots. It can be swirls. It can be lines. It can be anything. And you're going to get little stringy guys. That's okay. You can pick them off later. Now, obviously, there are lots of ways to do this. If you don't want to deal with hot glue, don't do the glue. It's fine. If you want your designs to be really raised, do not put your glue tip flat against it. Hold it off a little bit, because you will get a rounder stream of glue, I guess. I don't know how you would say that in a way that makes sense, but we're not here for sense today. We're here for crafts. So my stringy guy has been kind of decorated. Woo! And he fancy. And as it starts to dry, you can move your fingers and decorate the top and bottom. And that's how you get away with not necessarily having a paper towel tube or toilet paper tube to sit it in. You don't really need it as long as you give your glue time to dry. Same is true for the paint, because that is your next step. But in order for us to do the paint, I have to wait for this to completely set. So I'll be back. Alright, I have gone over my egg and removed any of the little wispy pieces of hot glue that I could see. There's probably some left that are flat to the egg, not that big of a deal. So you have paint in a little container. Your paint may look separated. It's because I mixed in some metallic with it. So go ahead and stir it with your paintbrush before you start painting. And then you just want to go over the surface of your egg with your paintbrush. You may find that it is not clinging to the hot glue section as easily as it is clinging to the paper section of your egg. That's okay. It's going to happen. You're just going to want to do 2 coats. Let it dry, paint again. So just go ahead and try and be smooth with how you lay it on there. Don't be super globby. Let's find our section on your hot glue, because the smoother your layer is, the more evenly it will take paint on the second coat. It's kind of annoying to have to do 2 coats, but I've tried this with and without. It's just better with 2 coats. This egg has bronze and purple. Some of you will have silver and blue. Some of you will have silver and purple. Just a little mix. We tried to see if we could make it more fun. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on this, but that is how the first coat, can you even see that? That's how the first coat is taking. And we're back. My egg kind of looks like organ meat. I'm not liking the color combination that I chose. Your color combination will not look like this. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not a fan, is add some more purple. I gave myself much less purple than I did metallic. We're not going to do an organ meat egg. Okay, that's more purpley. That makes me happy. Okay, so second coat time. As you can see, you can do pretty much anything you want with your paint. You can do your first coat and then stir your paint and then do your second coat. You can do anything you want. You can say, Laura, I don't need a second coat, and then never do a second coat. I think you need a second coat, but am I right? If you have black paint, you can put it on a dry brush and just brush it over the top of your swirlies from hot glue. I mean, there's lots of options for you. Who am I to tell you how to make your egg? I'm just running a tutorial. It's just me. So I'm going to paint him more purpley. He still has sparkles, but he's not as metallic as he was. So I'll be back. So here's my fully painted egg. Looks a little blobby now, but we're going to make it fancy. We just have to let it dry and set. So you're going to have to ignore it for a while. You can blow dry it a bit, and that will make it dry faster, but it won't make it set faster. So it still is better if you just walk away for like an hour and come back, and then you can finish with some glitter. Okay, we're going to say that you did all the things that I told you to do, and we're going to say that I let this dry as long as I should have, but we know I didn't. You should have an egg. That looks a little wonky. Yours might look neater than mine. I was almost out of hot glue, so fresh hot glue, neater design. Now, some of you have sparkly that looks like this. Some of you have sparkly that looks like this. The difference is just in what the base is. So this has a white base that will dry clear, and this is a clear base that will dry clear. They're both Extreme Glitter from Plaid. So highly recommend Extreme Glitter in all its forms. This is the safe way to use glitter. If you like glitter and you think, I want to decorate every project I make with glitter, I want to make cards and put glitter on them, I want to have glitter on my phone case and on my wallet and on all the things I own, get glitter paint. Because what this does is it suspends the glitter in a medium, in this case glue, and by doing that, all your glitter stays where you want it to. It doesn't fall off, and when it dries in place. So you don't have glitter flaking off everywhere you go all the time. I think that's pretty nice. It's a lot less waste. Highly recommend. So that's your not sponsored product placement for today. I am going to try and squeeze some of this out onto a surface. We'll see if that works because we running low. I gave you all my stuff. It's trying. It's coming. Loop. Okay. So, you have your brush. Hopefully, you've washed it. Always wash your brush immediately after you use it because it will last forever. So for glitter, what I'm just going to do is go over the tops of my swirls. So it will look, well, you can't even tell because I'm not turning it towards you. It will look sparkly, but specifically sparkly where I want it to be sparkly. You can glitter your entire egg. That is up to you. In fact, I think that I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to do that because I don't like taking the time to not glitter my whole egg. So here we go. Glitter shimmer egg. Trying to do my YouTuber magic here. If you have like fake jewels, you can stick those on with a little glue. If you have shiny paper that you want to cut into shapes and stick to your egg, you can do that too. You can roll your egg in glue and then roll your egg in seed beads, like little tiny beads, and then paint that. There are a lot of things that you can do with your egg. You have enough glitter that you probably can do 2 coats and make it super duper shiny. All of these things are totally up to you. You can customize this in pretty much any way you want. I'm a big fan of just letting you guys be creative on your own and think of what ways that you want to make this unique to you. I make tutorials because sometimes you need to know how to do a thing, but you don't have to do it the way I do it. You might hate glitter and say, I don't want any, and then don't add any, but that's our glitter experience right now. I wish there was a better way for me to film. I really do. Like a professional team. I think you would get a lot more out of this if I knew what I was doing. But that's okay. We can't always have a film crew. Although, if you're a film crew, let me know. So I'm just going to paint this guy. And that is how he will turn out. I bet it was one of those projects that will look better close up or in your hands as opposed to on your screen. But I'm having fun, and that's what's important. If you have extra Easter egg stuff at your house, like little eggs that open up the plastic eggs, you can totally make more of these and just have a whole pile of them. What you do in that case is you get a little bit of fine sandpaper and sand your egg down a little bit, take the shiny off, and it will hold color. But there is my egg, and he is all done for now. If you happen to have sparkly bits, you can add those too. I think I told you that already, but there you go. That's for another project, or I would give it to you now. There's our egg. Happy crafting.